Ayam Geprek, Indonesian smashed fried chicken. It's so good. I mean, it really is one of the best. Crunchy, delicious, juicy. I mean, everything you want in a fried chicken, this thing has it. Hi everyone, this is Shay here at School of Wok. Welcome back to another Flavour Friday. So with our Ayam Geprek, we are going to start off by making the bumbu, which is the Indonesian word for spice paste, by the way. So we're going to be chopping up some of the ingredients here. So we've got some shallots, some red chilies, as well as some little tiny chili putties. They are the little bird's eye chilies, as well as a garlic clove. Super easy sambal today. So here we've got our Indonesian mortar and pestle for the grinding. So you'll notice it's more of a flat base of a mortar, not deep as it is wide. And the reason for it is really simple, is because we're actually going to be doing the grinding using a different motion from the usual pestling motion. So you'll also notice here I've got my ulikan. The ulikan is your pestle, and it's shaped like that, almost like a little horn, and with a flat base as well to it. And so we're not really kind of doing that. We're more doing that grinding motion. Enough said, let me just show you how it's done, okay? So just to get it going, we're gonna add a tiny pinch of salt and sugar. Just a little bit of abrasion really does help with the grinding, and we're just going to work the mortar, or rather we're going to work the pestle into all of these ingredients. So with a traditional Indonesian mortar, you're really kind of using that larger surface area, and you're kind of using this motion to grind up the paste. It's not going to be as fine a paste as you're looking to achieve with a Thai curry paste. With a Indonesian paste, it's a little bit coarser, which is why this mortar really works. Right, so my mixture is looking really nice and broken down. So the next bit, I've just been preheating about sort of 6 tablespoons of oil, and now I'm just gonna pour that oil straight onto our sambal paste, okay? Right, so once the oil's in, we're just gonna give the paste a little bit of a mix, and you do want a fair bit of oil in there, because that's just gonna go drizzle over that chicken really nicely later on. So once that is done, we'll move on to the batter for the chicken, and I'll show you how to coat as well. With my chicken, today I'm using some chicken thighs, so boneless, skinless chicken thighs. You could obviously then also opt for bone-in chicken thighs, but this is what I have today. So just going to season up with a nice sprinkle of sea salt, as well as some black pepper before we get the coating on, okay? Super easy. Now with the batter, we're going to make a little batter comprising of about 35 grams of corn flour, and we've got another 35 grams, so equal amounts of rice flour. And here I've also got about half a teaspoon of baking powder. We're just gonna mix that through just to even everything out. And then we are just going to then go in with 1 egg, followed by about 75 mils of water. We'll just kind of gauge and then see where we go. So then just mixing everything until you get a nice, really nice, smooth batter, cake batter. And you're just trying to draw in all the flour a little bit at a time, so that way you avoid having any lumps in your batter. So my batter is made up now. It's slightly thin, which is absolutely fine. You don't want it much thicker than that. Now we need to then make a little bit of a dry, powdery batter, so that way we get sort of a combination of the two. Again, this is going to be 35 grams each of corn flour and your rice flour, your half a teaspoon of baking powder. And what we're going to do is we're going to just batter up the chickens straight onto the dry mix. By dipping our chicken in this dry mix, it'll actually help for the wet batter to stick onto it a little bit better. That batter is going to just protect the chicken from the hot oil as it deep fries. And then we're just gonna lay that back on to the dry batter and get all of that. So double penneing, as it were, if you're familiar with the French term. So we've got our chicken battered up and really nicely coated and really kind of crummy and dry. So what we want to do now is get it into a pan of hot oil or a wok of hot oil for some deep frying. You're going to check the oil, so super easy way to do that. I'm just going to dip the spoon into the hot oil and it should start to fizz and bubble up like so. And that's how you know when your oil is hot enough. So you want to go in pretty high heat because all that chicken, once it goes into the hot oil, that's going to cool down the wok. So the first one going in, always just go slow and go low. So with the chicken, it should take about sort of 5 to 8 minutes, depending on the size of the chicken thighs. Obviously, the thicker they are, the longer they're going to take. But a really good indication is they should start to go golden brown. That's one way of sort of knowing when the chicken is done. Obviously, if you want it to be super safe and super sure, you can also take the chicken out and cut into it, and all the meat fibers should be set, and there shouldn't be any kind of blood, or it shouldn't be pink at all. It should all be completely white. So I'm just having a peek at the chicken here, and you can see how it's crisping up really nicely, and part of that is that's really just coming from how we've handled the batter. Right, so this chicken looks gorgeous, lovely golden brown color, which is what we want. Just going to drain them onto kitchen paper. Beautiful, so once you've got your crispy chicken, we're just gonna get them onto a chopping board or something just kind of flat. I'm just gonna sprinkle a tiny bit of salt on there, just kind of help with a bit of seasoning. And then you're just gonna grab either, well, I'm just gonna grab my pestle, you can grab something else, and you're just going to lightly smash up that chicken. You should be able to hear all of that crunchy goodness just kind of popping, and let's go. And there's actually a bit of a method to this madness. Why do we smash up that chicken? It just really kind of allows for a bigger surface area. That means that you just have a lot more crevices and places for the lovely sambal to get into. So now I'm just going to plate this up, and then we can drizzle that sambal over the chicken. Right, time for a taste test. So we're just gonna cut into this, and it feels a bit weird to be sort of eating Indonesian food with knife and fork, but there we are. Well, actually, I might just go in with my hand. Okay, so go. Cheers, guys. Oh. It's definitely crunchy. So good. And the lovely zing and that heat from the chili, absolutely wonderful. And garlic comes through at the last, delicious. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you soon on another episode of Flavour Fridays. In the meantime, do leave us a comment as well and let us know where in the world have you had your best fried chicken experience and what was it. Till next time, take care, I'll see you soon, bye bye.